Now, I'm not one to gossip, but I will bring you the tea. Welcome to Chronicle Speaks.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Yes.
So when I first heard this next story, I said it's one of either three things. Either one, it's all for a storyline. 2, the reality TV couple curse has struck again. Or 3, Kenya Moore has some of the worst luck with men than any woman I've seen in my entire life. Sources have confirmed that Kenya Moore and her husband Marc Daly of 2 years are calling it quits. So everybody is looking around like, what happened? Y'all was just cool on the Tamron Hall show, smiling and giggling earlier this week with your daughter Brooklyn. So speculations are starting to swirl. Did he cheat? Child, y'all know how it is when you get your old fine man, child. Those are the ones you really gotta watch. Tame, I told you before, get your old ugly man. Those don't, no, they cheat too. I done had a couple of those. So Kenya Moore announced yesterday via People magazine, "It is with profound sadness that I regret to inform my fans that I am divorcing my husband, Marc Daly. Due to recent and ongoing circumstances, I can no longer continue in the marriage. My sole concern and focus is and will always be my daughter Brooklyn, my miracle baby. She was made in love and true commitment. I ask for our privacy to be respected moving forward." And Marc's statement said, "I have come to the difficult decision to separate from Kenya at this time. Our daughter has 2 parents that love her very much, and in her best interest, this situation should remain as private as possible. I cherish our family's good times together and will continue to co-parent in a loving way. Rumors, innuendos, or false accusations only serve to hurt our family and will be addressed through counsel as the law permits. Please respect our privacy during this challenging period." Now, Kenya is this big ball of energy. Marc is the more reserved one, so I can understand that he doesn't want rumors to be out there, but unfortunately, we've known Kenya for years. People are going to speculate. That's what happens. So speaking of speculation, Radar Online has some alleged tea about what happened between Kenya Moore and her husband, Marc Daly. They said they got into an explosive fight while the Real Housewives of Atlanta cameras were rolling, and that led to their split. Kenya aggressively confronted Marc at the event he was hosting and Bravo was filming. Now, an insider snitched to Radar about an event at the Wimbish house that was filmed for the Real Housewives of Atlanta on September 17th. The charity event for Black Man Lab was hosted by Marc. The insider told Radar why she was so angry. Marc told Eva Marcel's husband that he was tired of Kenya's ish. He called her an attention whore. The insider told Radar that Marlo Hampton overheard Marc talking to Eva's husband, and she told Cynthia Bailey, Nene Leakes, and Eva about the conversation, which Kenya overheard. The source says that Kenya was furious with her husband's words, and their ugly confrontation was caught on cameras. Marc just doesn't want to be on TV. It's plain and simple, the insider told Radar. Kenya was shouting all sorts of threats at Marc, and the cameras kept rolling. Their troubled relationship was not a surprise to the insider. It has been coming ever since she started filming again. Marc doesn't return her calls. He doesn't come to Atlanta, doesn't see the baby. It's all upsetting to Kenya. Now, I'm going to just say this. You could tell on the way to the Tamron Hall show, there was a little bit of tension between the two at the time. Now, I've not really seen her interactions with Marc before. However, Marc just seems like he was just totally over the nonsense. Kenya was on camera, and I understand being a celebrity, they may have to clue their fans in on their personal life and things like that, but they're already on a reality show. If we're in the car on the way to the studio, let's have family time. Let's talk a little bit. She's just on the camera, and he's just looking like he is totally over it. Y'all take a look at this, and then I'll come back with some more.
Mr. Daly was not happy with me for posting a semi-nude picture of himself sleeping with the baby the other day.
I'm not happy at all about that picture. Not my permission.
I told him, he said it was without his permission. I said, oh, report me to Instagram. It's just funny. People always think we're arguing, but we're not arguing. We're just always like, we just have our own way of laughing and communicating with each other.
I believe I'm really witty. You have a choice.
But they're both, I am witty also.
I'm extremely funny. She's dry.
I'm not as dry as his feet. Okay?
We don't want to go there. That's a place we don't want to go. Mr. Sahara does not want to call someone dry.
Day.
You have a nice day.
Please buckle up.
And don't contact me to come meet you and whatever else food you're actually
Okay.
thanks for the support. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for the support. We really appreciate it as a family.
You see why I keep quiet?
You see why I keep quiet? See why I don't smile in my pictures?
Now again, they both appeared on the Tamron Hall show and they seemed happy, but you know that looks can be deceiving. Now Love B. Scott is reporting that Marc has a secret ex-wife and 2 other kids. Now Love B. Scott is the first one to let us know that Wendy Williams' husband was expecting a baby with his mistress. Now B. Scott is revealing this tea and says that this may be a key detail that may have contributed to their split. Now the story goes on to say that Marc's ex-wife divorced him just after 1 year. Now child, I was like, who is this lady? I put on my Inspector Chronicles hat and I went searching. Inspector Chronicles. Now she isn't a public figure, so I won't place her picture up here. However, her name is Melissa, and I thought she was Latina, but her voter registration card said, nah boo, I'm African American. She's remarried, she's 51, so I highly doubt these babies are small. I do recall them saying before that Marc had kids, so this isn't really too shocking unless these kids weren't included in the amount of kids he told Kenya he had. I'll keep an eye on this story to provide more information for you guys when I receive it. I honestly think that in reading Marc's statement, he said that he was leaving Kenya, so it seems to me that he was fed up with her, not her being fed up with him. Now, in my honest opinion, I feel that the attention that Marc has been receiving from being on the show isn't the attention that he likes, nor is the attention that he wants. Marc is a private man, and going from having the privacy to now having your life shared with the world may be a bit overwhelming for him. He owns a restaurant in Brooklyn, and I'm sure the attention isn't one that he would like to hurt his business or his brand in any way, so I can definitely see where Marc is coming from. Now, according to Radar Online, the producers of the show asked Kenya to film her vow renewal for this season, and she said that she would have to run it by Marc. Now, as you may recall, the couple secretly wed without cameras being invited or the producers even knowing that they were getting married, and they're saying that this caused conflict between Kenya and the show, and that's the reason why she was eventually let go. Now, according to a source, Kenya's husband agreed to film a vow renewal because he knew how important it was for his wife to stay on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's not going to put her job in jeopardy again. Now, a source tells Radar that Marc's rare television appearance on Tamron Hall's new show was a controversy behind the scenes. Now, y'all saw that in the video as well. Now, she's been warned that she has to share her whole life on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and if he doesn't want to film with her, then they don't want to film with her. Now, the source also says that Kenya had a meltdown, she's struggling being a single mom, and that Marc spends so much time working in New York City that he barely gets to see the baby. I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at this live that Kenya posted, Marc seems like he was so uninterested. He seems like he only came there to do the show and then he was going back to New York to live his life. Like I said, this is only the outside looking in. I don't live in these people's lives. I'm just telling you what I see. Anyway, what I need to do is hear from you. What do you think is going on in this world of Kenya Moore, honey? Do you think that she just has bad luck with finding a man and keeping him? Or do you think this is just the whole reality TV couples curse going on here? Leave a comment and you know how we do. We're going to talk about it down below. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Now, before I end this video, I want to tell you about a company called Ash Kicking. Now, you know your girl Chronicles would not promote a company without doing one of those thorough Chronicle Speaks investigations, honey, and Ash Kicking definitely passed the test. Y'all make sure to check out ashkicking.com for one of the best 100% natural home fragrance and beauty products, honey, and use my code Chronicles at checkout for an extra 15% off just for you. Also, make sure to check out X Moisture, which is a 100% organic moisturizer that destroys all your skin problems. Eczema, dry skin, rosacea, you name it, they got you covered. They also have before and after pictures. Check them out at www.xmoisture.com and tell them your girl Chronicle sent you. And before you go, don't forget to hit the bell for notifications, like this video, and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Bye.